Hello and welcome to Then What Happened. I just got back from several trips, taking trips to places, some unique, all of them related to a task. I didn't just go on a vacation or to relax. One trip I went on to help my son and his family. Another trip I went on directly for my job. And another trip I went on to help my son, one of my sons, pick up a vehicle. And it was a long drive trip, flying one way, driving back the other. And in each trip, they were so uniquely different. Each travel was so different than the other. Different reasons, different locations. One, an international trip. Two, trips within my country here. One specifically for work, and it was very intense, very focused. A lot of things happened there that were great for my job and great for me personally. I really enjoyed the experience completely and totally. But from every one of these trips, I gained something different. One of the trips, I spent hours. One day we drove over 16 hours. So my son and I spent hours talking, laughing, discussing things, analyzing life. And travel is like life. We hit these moments when we may go away from what we normally do, or we may experience something that takes us away from that. Like when COVID was this pandemic that we all had to experience in one way or the other. That was a trip we went on away from the normal, away from the routine, away from something that maybe we were so hooked up to that when this hit, it really deranged our schedule, our thinking, everything. But I want to encourage you to think of these things as learning experiences and opportunities to gain not only knowledge, but the emotional ability to cope with life and all of its challenges. As I sit out here today, it's quite a bit warmer here than it was in some of the places I've been over the last 3 weeks. But every place that I've been has had its own feeling, its own emotion, its own climate. Things were just different in ways, and in some ways they were similar. Monet, the great artist, he painted a lot of scenes of beaches and the edge of the ocean or the coast area, especially there in France. He painted some of those areas several times. It looks like in many of his works that it's the same spot on the beach, not just the same beach or the same area, but it's the same spot from a little different view, maybe a little different perspective. Sometimes they're so close, it's like he was trying to improve on the last painting. Some of those are my favorites. I love paintings with boats, especially small boats, empty boats on the shore. That gets my attention. I'm not sure why, but it fulfills some of you that analyze people and they're thinking, you might analyze why I like empty boats sitting on the shore. But that intrigues me. And when I see that in anyone's painting, whether it's an old artist or it's someone new, when I see a boat on the beach or a boat on the shore, a small boat, I stop. I stop to look at the painting. It doesn't matter if it's in a store or a museum or something I just happened by in a building where I'm doing business. I am intrigued by that. And Monet, in these scenes, maybe he was intrigued by these things that focused his life. And whatever it was that he was doing when he painted many times that same spot or that same area, whatever he was thinking, we can't really get in his head. But I like to think that he was analyzing that same situation from a different perspective. We get used to the routine and we get used to what we consider normal for our life. And sometimes we're just like, we stop living when it goes off track. But I want to encourage you not to take that route. Instead, live every one of those moments. The moments that seem like they are a deviation from what you're supposed to be doing, grab hold of that. Learn from it. Analyze it. Research it. And let it give you a direction that fulfills something in you that maybe has not yet been fulfilled. As we look at the world, the certain thing is change, and I've talked about change a lot. But this is not just about change. This is about a momentary deviation from the normal. An incident, an accident, a pandemic, a problem, a relationship, an issue, a pleasure, a joy, an activity, a game, an event that you attend, or a concert that you watch. And that experience does something for you and to you. And you allow even the negative experiences to be something we learn from. My job that I work every day, when COVID was a part of our world, we made some serious changes. And some of those involved technology. And we did them out of necessity, and now we do them still because they are functional. We do a lot of classes in Zoom. We do a lot of things that were opened up to us that we had known were available, but had never taken advantage of before that time. So allow yourself the opportunity to glean the good and experience these events and these things that happen to take us away from our norm. Experience them in a way that will enrich your life. Find joy, find answers, find philosophy, find pleasure in the things that come your way, and let life be full and rich for you. Thank you for joining us on Then What Happened. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.